Hello, and welcome back to the English Cast. I'm Ryan.
Hi, everyone. I'm Emma, and we're very happy to have you with us today.
Whether you are listening on your way to work, taking a walk, or just relaxing at home, we are really glad you chose to spend this time with us.
We know learning a language is a long journey, and we are here to help you improve step by step just by listening to natural conversations.
So, Emma, how has your week been so far?
It has been wonderful, actually. My sister came to visit me from out of town, and we spent the whole weekend exploring the city.
That sounds really nice. Did you take her anywhere special?
We went to the new botanical garden downtown. The weather was perfect, and we had such a beautiful day walking through the greenhouses.
You know, it is funny you just used that phrase, such a beautiful day. I was reading a comment from a listener yesterday, and that exact word was causing them a lot of confusion.
Really? The word such?
Yes. The listener was trying to describe a nice weekend and they wrote, I had so a beautiful day.
Oh, I hear that mistake all the time. Mixing up so and such is incredibly common for learners.
It is definitely one of the most frequent mix-ups, and that is exactly what we are going to fix today. The words so and such both do the exact same job. They exist to make a feeling or a description much stronger.
But we have to use them with completely different types of words. It is like they have different partners in a sentence.
Exactly. Let's start with so. The rule for so is very simple. We use so directly before a describing word. In grammar, we call that an adjective.
Just think of it as a word that describes a feeling or a characteristic. Words like happy, tall, fast, or delicious.
Perfect. If you want to make those words stronger, you just put so right in front of them.
I am so happy. The building is so tall. The train is so fast.
Notice how there is no thing or object after the describing word. The phrase just ends. If we are eating dinner, I say, the food is so delicious.
You don't say, the food is so delicious food. That sounds completely wrong.
Exactly. So loves to stand alone with its describing word. We can also use so with words that describe how we do an action.
For example, he speaks so quietly, or she learns so quickly.
Again, so is just boosting the power of that description. It is very simple and clean.
But what happens when we want to include the actual thing we are describing in the same sentence?
That is when we have to invite such to the conversation. We use such when there is a noun, a person, a place, or a thing at the very end of the phrase.
Going back to my weekend, I didn't just say the day was beautiful. I included the word day. Because day is a thing, I said. We had such a beautiful day.
Exactly. Because the thing is at the end of the phrase, you must use such. If you wanted to use so, you would have to drop the word day and just say, the day was so beautiful.
Let's try another everyday example. Imagine we are eating a great pizza. If I just want to describe the flavor, I use so. I say, this pizza is so good.
But if you want to name the thing you are eating right after the description, you switch to such. You say, this is such a good pizza.
It really is just about looking at the end of the phrase. If there is a thing there, you need such.
Let's test this out. Emma, pretend you are an English learner who is very excited about a new car you just bought. Give me a wrong sentence using so.
Okay. I love my new car. It is a so fast car.
Yes, I hear that exact phrasing constantly. A so fast car.
It feels natural to a learner because they want to say it is fast, but they also want to mention the car.
Right. But remember our rule. The word car is a thing. Because the thing is sitting at the end of your phrase, so is not allowed.
Ah, I see. Because the car is there, I need to use such. The correct sentence is, it is such a fast car.
Perfectly done. If you have a thing at the end, use such. If you don't have a thing, use so.
There is a small detail in those sentences that we should point out. When we use such with one single thing, we always need to include the word a or an.
That is a very important observation. Such a good pizza. Such a beautiful day. Such an interesting book.
The a or an comes immediately after the word such. You never say a such good pizza.
That pattern is locked in place. But what if we are talking about plural things, like multiple books or multiple people?
Then we just drop the a. We don't need it at all. We just say such, plus the describing word and the things.
For example, they are such friendly people.
Or those are such beautiful flowers. We don't say such a beautiful flowers because there is more than one flower.
The exact same rule applies to uncountable things. These are things you cannot count with numbers, like water, weather, or advice.
We had such perfect weather on our trip. We do not use a because weather is uncountable.
She gave me such good advice. Again, no a, just such, plus the description and the thing.
Once you get comfortable with these basic patterns, you can start building longer, more advanced sentences. Native speakers often use so and such to show the result of a situation.
Yes, this is a beautiful way to express cause and effect in spoken English. We do this by adding the word that to the second half of the sentence.
For example, I was so tired. That is the feeling. Then I add the result. I was so tired that I went to bed at 8 o'clock.
The high level of tiredness caused you to go to sleep early.
You can do it with such, too. It was such a cold morning that we stayed inside and drank tea.
The cold morning caused you to stay indoors. This structure makes your English sound incredibly fluid and natural.
The movie was so funny that I laughed until my stomach hurt. The laughing is the natural result of the comedy.
It is a great way to tell stories to your friends. You build up the emotion, and then you deliver the result.
There is one small nuance I want to mention, because it involves amounts and quantities.
Are you talking about words like much and many?
Yes. When we want to say there is a huge amount of something, the rules change just a little bit. We always use so with the words much and many.
Even if there is a noun right after it.
Exactly. You say, I have so many friends. You do not say, I have such many friends.
There is so much time. You do not say such much time. The word so is permanently glued to much and many.
If you really want to use such to talk about a large amount, you have to use the phrase a lot of.
Ah, that is a great workaround. You can say, he has such a lot of books.
But honestly, saying so many books is much more common and natural in daily conversation.
It definitely is. It is shorter and easier to say. Let's listen to how all of these rules flow in real life. We can do a few short scenes to hear the natural rhythm. Let's start with a travel scenario. We just arrived at a beautiful resort.
Wow, look at the view from the window. The ocean is so clear.
I know, we have such a beautiful room. I am so glad we chose this hotel.
It was such a long flight, but it was totally worth it. I am so hungry that I could eat a massive dinner.
Let's unpack quickly and find a restaurant.
In that short scene, I started by saying, "The ocean is so clear." I didn't put a noun at the end. So was perfect.
I replied, "We have such a beautiful room." I included the word room, so I needed such.
Then I combined an emotion and a result. I am so hungry that I could eat a massive dinner.
Let's try another one. This time, we are shopping for clothes.
What do you think of this sweater? The material is so soft.
It is really nice, but it is such a bright color. I don't think it matches my style.
You are right. And it is so expensive that we probably shouldn't buy it anyway.
Let's check the next store. They usually have such good sales.
I started with, "The material is so soft." Just a simple description.
I used such a bright color because color is a noun. I needed such, and I remember to use the letter A.
Then I used the result structure again. So expensive that we shouldn't buy it.
Let's do one final scene. We are two friends talking about a movie we just watched.
I can't believe how good that movie was. The lead actor is so talented.
He really is. It was such an exciting story. I was so nervous during the final scene.
Me too. There were so many plot twists.
I used such an exciting story. I used an because exciting starts with a vowel sound.
And I used the quantity rule at the end. So many plot twists. I didn't say such many.
These small scenes really show how often we use these words every single day to bring energy to our stories. Let's do a quick, clean summary so our listeners can feel completely confident.
First, use so when you are only using a describing word. There is no noun at the end. The coffee is so hot.
Second, use such when you have a noun, a person, place, or thing at the end of your phrase. It is such a hot coffee.
Remember to use a or an with such if you are talking about one single item. Such a great book.
Third, if you're talking about large amounts using much or many, always stick with so. So much water or so many apples.
And finally, you can add the word that to show the result of your strong feeling. I was so happy that I smiled all day.
If you follow these basic patterns, your English will sound incredibly natural and expressive. All right, that brings us to the end of today's episode. We hope this conversation helped make English feel clearer and more natural for you in everyday situations.
Remember, progress comes from small daily practice.
If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the English Cast so you don't miss the next one.
And as always, keep learning, keep speaking, and keep connecting. Thanks for spending your time with us. We'll see you in the next episode.